What is up? You're watching a hard carry. Man, I'm game player and old screen skip with a daily show on YouTube, weekday streams on Twitch. And if you're interested in getting better at the game, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and pot with me. We are doing another hard mode top learner raid, same group as the previous episode. If you'd like to see a full proper intro introducing Maiden and what each role is doing at Maiden, feel free to check out the previous video or any of the ones in the playlist. This isn't a playlist on my YouTube channel. Feel free to navigate there and find that. Might be linked in the description, who knows. We've got North Freeze on the North Freeze roll, X1X2 on the range roll, Ezra Smiles on the melee roll, and GM Kwan on the melee roll. We had 2 attempts in the last episode. I don't want to spoil too much. I've hidden what we've gotten from the last episode, but it was a banger. You should watch it. The things we're going to be focusing on with this group, since we have the exact same groups as the previous raid, is trying to clean up, polish a couple of the things that maybe weren't super clean the last raid, to try and make it so we switch from being like clearing dangerously close to failing and switching it to being more of like a clearing consistently kind of vibe. So some of the things that we'll be looking for in this group can keeping our maidens clean. The last maiden was very good. Our bloats were also pretty good. The Nylo waves, the very first attempt was really rough. The second attempt was pretty clean. The Nylo boss, there was quite a few mistakes during the Nylo boss. We got quite lucky actually, so that'll be something to keep an eye out for this run. Sotetseg, the biggest issue with our run was definitely Sotetseg maze. We had a lot of slow movement on the maze. Make sure we're quick with the movement. We talked about how to transition more effectively by taking a step north, and those kinds of things. And then for Xarpus was fine for the most part. Making sure we use our claw specs prior to the screech is one thing we'll be looking for this run as well. And for P1, P2, those were pretty fine. For P3, dealing with crabs more effectively is going to be a big one. Make sure we all make webs for the first and second set of webs. Those are 2 things that we're looking for P3 this run. With all that ado, go ahead and say R in game if you're ready to pot. I think everyone is all good to go. Chili Boy says hi, YouTube. Hey, Chili Boy, YouTube says hi back. On X1, X2, we'll pot. X1, wait, whoa. I opened the chat box to see if maybe you said something, and I just see 25 Miller. I blank. Am I getting extorted here?
You missed the first half of the conversation.
Oh no.
Bingo
Any kitten team wins the bingo, so here I am. Ezra's here for a bingo. X1, X2 is here to extort someone. Holding your bingo hostage. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh. Do we leak what happened last episode at the really end? I feel like people have had enough time to click away. Yeah, at this point, mute the video if you don't want to hear it. Unmute after 10 seconds. I'm going to assume you're muted now. We got a purple last raid back-to-back. We're going for back-to-back this raid. I think they're unmuted now. Let's go ahead and get in there. Mall spec on entry. Only one mall. So something you'll notice I adapted there. I saw someone was a little bit late coming in with the maul. So I decided to do a second bow and then Ralu spec. Notice people on a bunch of different ticks. Switch to your mage gear. Augury on. You're ready to freeze. Make sure you're freezing on the first tick. Delay 1 tick for 3s. Good man, freezing the south 3 instead of the north 3. That detail is important. It means you're going to cleave the south 2 in the clump and get that extra free damage. Mage Ground, Augury, we're ready to freeze. It'll be scuffed again. Make sure you do the same kind of delay. Very nice. Good freezing. Make sure we're flinching, not getting caught by blood.
When should I claws? Claws
after 30 spawn, after 30 spawn.
Okay. Yo, this is so racist.
Nice, maiden. Very clean. Someone last raid, or maybe an attempt or 2 ago, asked when to use a divine. If you do get drained at maiden, it's fine to sip one of the doses of divine Going in. Oh, I didn't catch it, Corona, but you want to make sure bringing two regular super combats for bringing 2 or more brews into the raid. Waiting for my teammates to catch up a little bit. Be quick between rooms. We need one of your 2 anglers going into bloat here. Does self-freeze have to delay any ticks when freezing 4s and 30s for skip? So, good question. When it's scuffed crabs, yes. So if you saw me delay there, I did delay intentionally. So if I freeze early, then I'll miss one of the 4s. At least one of the 4s, I should say. Down soon. Watch your feet, not your XP drops. Backside of bloat's close around a corner. That's a nice Blood Fury. Who's doing it? North freeze.
Oh my god. I was like, what's the red thing? God damn.
Last hit. Don't flinch, don't tank the stomp. X1, X2, and North freeze biting the bullet there. Out we go.
X1 took off his range spray for that. That's crazy.
Bold choices. Decent Mackie turn. We have a decent chance of getting a 1 down if we hit really hard here. We do have a couple claw specs to maybe exhaust. Backside of bloat's closer around a corner and closer to the barrier. It's a win-win. We'll stay for this. We'll stay for this. Swing big! See ya.
Respect.
Melee amulet on, drop yourself, eat your second angler, grab 1 shark from the chest and head through. If your agility level's below 60, you can buy a stamp, sip it, drop it, then buy your shark. Without scuff, can you free south 1, S2, S4, and all 4s will be caught? Yes, you can. I don't know if you can freeze a south, like the all the way south one. Same things as before. A ranger, make sure you throw chins on wave 10. Your Q is when the big ranger makes it to the middle of the west lane on wave 9.
Got it.
You're saying I exposed the guy who was wearing a Blood Fury? He will never do it again, I promise.
I
On
won't.
the bright side,
He's
I went back and
traumatized
bought
now.
one, but it wasn't me.
Made you look? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was like, oh no.
Ranger throws
But
chins?
it was
Melee Garon, Scythe and Shally. Room's looking quite empty now. Very nice. Pillars. Look at how much health the pillars have right now. This is kind of the image you want around wave 10. Everyone should be melee potted as well. Melee Garon, Scythe and Shally. There's a really small Shally. We make it anyway. Fantastic. Got like muscle member from doing the money raids. My gear's in a different spot for those raids. A bit funny. Pillar health is getting a little bit shabby. Try to make sure we're always hitting something here. And we're gonna ignore the next demi-boss. Make sure you're avenging for Revenge off cooldown. Make sure we're potted. Make sure you sip your restore before your prayer gets too low and the room gets hectic. Ignore the big guy. Just pray against him. Range prayer. Pillars are looking okay. A little low, but not doomed. We're gonna do a variation for Nylocas here. I think this group can handle it. Brew up to 85 HP now if you haven't already. At least 85. North Freeze, you're gonna stand with me up here. Go and potcher the range pot.
Oh, gotta not click it.
There we go. One step with me to the north, North Freeze. Do not move. Do not move. Just stay in the pile. It's a method called two-pile. Get your prayers correct. It's just like normal Tob. If you miss a prayer, everyone dies. North Freeze, do not move. Just,
okay.
Just completely treat it like normal Tob. No movement. I think a prayer was missed. Someone is dead. Oh no.
Why did I move?
If you're below 29 HP, you'll need to eat. Little two-pile action here. We make it. Two-pile's a lot easier to execute mechanically, but you can only do it if everyone's in a good state. That means pillars haven't fallen, everyone's able to be above 85 HP starting. X1, X2, how much did you get hit for there?
I think it was like a 30 and then a 20 something.
That's rough. Unlucky.
Oh my god, I'm
Unhumble.
freaking.
I'll be 1-2, North Freeze 1-3, X1, X2, Phil. Sorry, 2-3, Ezra Smiles, Phil, Graham Quana, back up.
Oh, can I move?
Graham Quana wants southeast this time. I see how it is.
I'm not moving, bro.
If I'm
He got there
filling,
first,
should
he
I ever-
earned it.
If I'm filling here, do I ever claw early, like in P1
No.
or 2, or do I just
Always
save
hold.
it?
Always hold.
Okay.
Awesome. Lowest in orb on the inside would be Jam Kwana. You're going to wait on the third row till everyone else left you behind. And whoever's on the outside, that would be Ezra Smiles. Do not leave the third row until it's no longer red. You'll follow the last step through the maze, not the first one. Be quick on the maze so we do not get caught and killed. Jam Kwana can follow now. Go, 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 go. Why are we walking? Go, 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 go. Little hustle. One tile north, the end of your section connects to the next section of the maze. We barely were going fast enough there. Luckily, we don't get caught. Someone who wasn't a 2 spect. We'll have to make a sandwich of the balls to share it. Probably have a ball here. Surely we have one. We'll end up skipping the ball if we have a ball. Maybe it'll be after the first. So we will be now taking the ball if it comes out. Jim Cronny, your lowest over on the inside. Just wait on the third row until everyone's left you behind a little bit. Do your part of the maze, and then pass it off to the next guy. Remember, take one step north at the end of your section of the maze. So one's going really slow in the maze. Go, go, go. Or you could take one step north at the end of your section of the maze to transition smoothly into the next one. 3 should be specking. That would be North Freeze and X1, X2. Tiki the ball if it's on you. Step away. Put the correct prayer on. And then Tiki once it hits you. Very nice. If you brewed self down, restore super combat. We do not want to be swinging small. You get claw specs off, you got claws. Very nice. No death at Sot. Are we we're mostly deathless here. 1 death at Nylocas. To a violent 2-pile situation. Make sure we grab a stam first. Stam first. Then you're going to grab a resource. So you have 3 things that restore prayer. Then bruise. If you have extra points, you can buy and drop bruise for your teammates. If you have extra points, you can buy sharks and drop sharks for your teammates. That is a nice pile of supplies on the ground. Feel free to decant if you need to. Hopefully everyone bought their stam first. If you have an offhand like a Eldina sword and a Kodai, or I don't know, staff and a buckler,
Oh my
or
god.
whatnot, you can always get 1 more inventory space.
Yeah, I
He's like-
can get the stuff. I'll get the stuff. God damn.
He's gonna remember. Can you off on 3 if you're upstairs regardless where the maze? Yes. That is what nulls the maze. The person the upstairs stepping off on 3. Good job taking over, Quona. Make sure you re-centralize after you're exhumed. You do have to take over North. So I will only hold it until you're able to take over, because I have to go help the next quadrant right away. So if I don't, then I won't be there in time. It's a good question. How are the trials going, HC? We got a Justy Face Guard in our name today, which helped me get some trial points. That was fun. Thanks for asking. Yeah, for those on YouTube, maybe you're like, what's that question about? Always
clawing here. You just claw before the screech, or as soon as the screech pops off.
You'll do your maul, and then you'll do scythes. And if for some reason every single spec missed, then you would re-maul, but it's really rare. So you could really just do maul, scythe, claw. And if it's like giga high defense, then maybe we maul again, but it's super uncommon. Yeah, BGS, do scythe BGS. You can claw. In a higher level team, you'll sometimes have 1 person dedicated to doing like a ZCB with light bear camp. And everyone who does a claw will not lose any ticks and be on different ticks. Someone's on their quadrant. Try to stay in your quadrant during this section.
I got here. I got changed at Sotetseg last race, so.
Ah.
Wow.
North 3 is which prayer are you missing?
I don't know. Which one?
Preserve?
Oh. I don't have it set up in my filter once. I'd had to put it.
You also have a divine. That's 3 doses. You should sip the divine. You're losing a lot of damage by not being 118. Go back to your quadrant. Be quick to your quadrant. When he looks away from
His
you,
quadrant is kind of fucked. His quadrant is kind of messed up.
That's unfortunate, isn't it?
Please be humble,
so
please.
the way you can do is you can sync up with X1, X2 by counting 4 ticks and then clicking. If you can time your scythe at the same time, then you'll be fine. Oh no, you just killed him.
Oh, you did.
No, 4x1 x2.
Yo, I'm sorry, man. I mean, I thought where Tarana was my spot since I was there in Sotetseg.
I think you guys swapped this raid.
I mean,
right? I think Krana was there this raid. See,
wait, yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry, man.
That's what X1, X2 meant by holding the raid hostage and planking, huh?
My bingo in shambles.
It all comes around.
So next to is like, oh, wait till I get transferred tank P3. It's like, ominous. You hear the melee noise, you just start having Vietnam flashbacks or something. Quickly between rooms. I don't know if I read this, but Lucifer said, I feel like the trials are just a formality for someone with your background, to be honest. You've got a hell of an OSRS resume. I mean, Recs are Recs, and I'm not going to try and like subvert them somehow, you know. I'm going to join like any other member. Fight is starting in 3, 2, 1, go. North is going to pick it up. Spec while heading west. X1, X2 pick up the west pillar. Spec while heading east. Hopefully everyone's praying mage. This will be Ezra's. That's Coronas. I have learned a bunch since trialing as well, so it's not like it's like not mutual. Nice community of people.
And just to make sure I understand, I should just dump double claw spec when tornadoes come out, right? It's that simple.
Yeah, just send it.
Okay, just making sure.
If you choose to spec here, you want to pull up really close. Very good chance it dies. Range per round, Paidion. Brew up. If you're below 85 HP, then sip sand for you to block out the poison.
Oi, oi, mate.
God damn.
I jokingly say it, but the aggressive way of telling someone off your quadrants is the way you keep them from accidentally ragging you during yellows. Don't be swinging on Verzik till these crabs are dealt with. We got a situation on our hands. Excuse me. Holy. Little sneeze. I really hope my mic doesn't pick that up. I probably did. I have like the muscle memory to mute my headset mic. I don't have the muscle memory to mute my my standing mic, the new mic. It did, don't worry. God damn it. No, man, why you gotta tell me? No. 85 HP before you swing. Couple people sitting on 50 HP. Bless you. Thanks, Hollywood Headline. You legend. I'm cleaning house. 4 crabs dealt with there. Keeping the city safe, you know. Northfields, you're playing with fire. One bounce and you're dead. Do not be sitting 80. Oh, there you go. You're brewing up. Oh no! Brew! Brew! Last hit, maybe? Last hit, yep. Mage Peron. 85 HP or more. Chrono, after the raid, remind me about hard food timings. Can bring it up. Little pot check. Anyone sitting below 118, your name will be announced shortly. I will find you. 118, 118, 118, 99. Oh, now it says 118. Great job. It definitely wasn't North Freeze who just potted. Let's go ahead. Let's go keep swinging.
No way. No mercy this raid.
Yeah, that's a call it. It's a limp scythe whenever you're not potted.
Wow.
We're gonna go ahead and make sure that we clean taking is what carries P3. Just make sure when crabs spawn we deal with the crabs promptly by putting our staff on, making sure we're not brewed down. Check your magic level. Should not be 99. I mean, should not be below 99. After the swing, mage staff on.
One longer Verzik.
The fuck?
Sure, careful about those tanking. A couple chances there. Make webs, make webs, make webs, make webs. Sip your stamina if you need to. Chrono skip one. Nerf skip one. Someone fell behind a bit. Hope everyone's 118 swinging hard. I see someone's 117. That means they might not be divined. Lure your NATO far away from your yellows, then grab your yellows the last second.
Oh, I'm just dead, dude. I was on the wrong yellows and I didn't want to grief him.
Oh no. The man who took his corner away. Not like this.
No, at least I'm not griefing him, you know?
Yeah, it's the right thing to do. It's unfortunate, but get your claw specs off if you have not already. Keep hitting Verzik while close to your teammates.
Oh. Hearts of Eden.
The world record most bounces for the Verzik hard mode top ball. Did it finally make impact? Make webs, make webs. Who didn't pop the crab?
Oh no.
Don't worry, I lowered its health. Everyone skips except X1, X2. Unlucky. Do not save, just keep swinging. We should kill on the next swing. Ezra, our way of saving you is by killing the boss. No, no!
No,
Ezra, no!
I don't think it counts, right?
He was
That's
so
so sad.
close. Any kits, any purples. 2252. Not bad. Oh, any kits, any purples. No purples.
No.
What was that chest? Bruh.
49K.
You gotta be shitting me. What is this? Sorry, I'm just in disbelief. Look at that. We do all this effort, all this hard mode learning, a pretty clean raid, and I'm like about to say how nice it is and how rewarding it is to have like smooth, consistent runs. That's it. Man lost money in the raid. Man, my pre-pod costed more. Like, no. First time chatter, you that is absolutely correct. Welcome to stream animation, RS. Any questions about the raid? I'm gonna do a quick recap after if there's no questions. Don't hear any. Quick recap for the raid. For Maiden, Maiden went pretty smooth. Hard food timing. I will bring the hard food timing up. So for Maiden went pretty smooth overall. All the crabs are caught. One thing I'll give a note for you North Freeze, on 30s, make sure that between freezes, you're making an effort to move towards Maiden between each freeze. Especially if there's like a blood tomato kind of ragging a bunch of tiles between you and Maiden. You want to be thinking about your pathing so you can get onto Maiden quickly after your last freeze. You don't want to be completing your last freeze at the T-bow line. Because if you're way back there, then you got to think, how are you going to get into Maiden to Scythe and Claw Spec and whatnot? Well, the short answer is you're simply not going to be able to. You have to fill with a bow at that point. And on that note, if you are super far like that, you should fill with a bow to like close the gap, so you're not just not attacking for like 8 or 9 ticks in a row.
All right.
Just some like small note for Maiden there. For Bloat, Bloat was fine. I saw a couple people try to get a little exciting and do a little flinch that one down because he was in a good position for it. Just remember that you'll be paying attention to where the hands, not only where the hands are falling, but also when they're falling to know if the flinch is safe or not. That particular flinch was not a safe one. I went for it anyway, but I was mentally ready to do my pathing manually, like to do an L movement or a diagonal movement to dodge hands if they were ragged. Heading away from Bloat, just make sure you're not thinking that running in a straight line will always be safe, because sometimes you'll get ragged. And if Bloat does turn very shortly afterwards, which in that case he was eligible to, we could end up in a bad situation where we get absolutely plastered by flies. The reason why I wanted to go for the flinch there is I saw we had good potential for going for a 2 down, and I wanted to push the extra damage. So even though it was a really high risk play, in that case I went for it anyway. But if everyone goes for the high risk play and Bloat punishes, then we do all just die. So it's just not worth. Unless you're just really into getting fast bloats or something, which I could kind of respect. But while you're learning, I would not recommend it. Nylo waves were okay. Pillars were quite low at the end. But Nylos were okay overall. We didn't have any pillars fall. Cleanup was decent enough to keep that from being a problem. Good job focusing pillars that were getting low. For Nylo boss, we did a different method called 2-pile this raid. Slightly different way of handling the Nylo boss. Basically, we treat it just like normal Tob, and we stand 3 tiles apart in 2 stacks, 1 of 3, 1 of 2, and basically DPS race the Nylo boss. And as long as we don't have any missed prayers and everyone's starting around 85 HP, nobody should die. In this case, I think maybe 1 missed prayer happened or something. X1, X2 got plastered. What can you do? For Sot, the mazes are still a little bit slow. So if you feel like you're not running your section of the maze quickly, or not full hustling, I recommend practicing the maze trainer. Do !maze in Twitch chat, you get a link to it. For Xarpus. Unfortunately, some tiles got ragged, and then someone tried syncing with a teammate. Unlucky. poor X1X2 got eliminated there. Something about holding people hostage at a bingo. For Ezra's, for P1 was fine. Good transitions on the staff. P2, there's P2. There was some people sitting pretty low HP for a couple chunks of it. Make sure you're not chancing yourself by sitting super low. All your attacking versions can make a single mistake and die. It's just not worth it. Sit high HP, and if you lose one hit being unpotted, to make sure you don't chance yourself out. It's fine in hard mode if you're just like doing general LFR. If you're speed running, that's a different scenario, but you wouldn't be doing you wouldn't be doing P2 the same way anyway in that case. So that's a different story. P3, tanking is king. We had a lot of melee chances this raid. So make sure we're very careful about our tanking. If you have to tank in a less advanced method, standing under waiting for it to commit to an attack and attacking in response, that's totally fine to prevent melees. And dealing with crabs, people were more focused on dealing with crabs this raid. I saw a lot of people were attempting to kill them. And by doing that, it makes the raid go a lot smoother, keeps us from getting nuked by crabs. One thing interesting related to crabs that came up during P3, you may remember, I think someone thought the show was over for them because they ran on top of a crab, but then it ended up not killing them or hardly doing any damage. And the reason why is because I trimmed it with a blowpipe hit. I saw that the crab was in a bad position for people running to webs, and it wasn't going to go mage yet. It was melee at the time. So I quickly threw on the blowpipe and I tapped it once with the blowpipe. And what that does, it reduces its health, and the potency of the bomb that is the Nylo goes down with its health. So if you do partial damage to the crab, it will do less explosion damage. That's just a small adjustment that I made in that scenario because I realized it might actually save someone. But I really don't want to be doing that because that puts me off Verzik for ticks, which means I'm not swinging my scythe doing damage to the boss. So I'd prefer to just one-shot the crab instead. But that is something to keep in mind. The way that the mechanic works is you can technically do that. For webs, we all make webs. We had an incident during webs where someone was got caught in a web at the really end, and I called off for people not to save them. That's not because I want to be an asshole, but it's because I realized the boss would die before saving them was relevant. Dying to them the next web after being free was a little troll, but hey, it happens, I guess. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was hard food. So the way that hard food works is, in most contexts, it will stall your attack cooldown, right? And you eat it, and you get 3 ticks added to it. There are windows which you can use hard food where it doesn't punish you. So the attack cooldown stall caused by hard food is really based off whether or not your weapon's actually on cooldown or not. So if your weapon's not on cooldown and you eat a hard food, it's not going to add 3 ticks to your cooldown or your Q for your weapon. So I guess the way I would put it is if you swing your scythe, you're on a 5-tick cooldown. And maybe before your next scythe swing, you eat a shark. Then you'll add 3 ticks to it. Now you'll be on what is effectively an 8-tick cooldown. Now, suppose you ran the Sot Mace. Well, you're not in combat during the Sot Mace. You may take damage, but you're not considered in combat with an NPC, and your attack cooldown is considered available, right? It's not set for any value. What that means is if you eat a shark during the maze and then attack Sot, you will have no punishment for the hard food, no damage to your attack cooldown. But if you swing the scythe, then eat a shark, then you'll have to wait 3 ticks before your next scythe swing. This means that there's places where you can eat hard food without losing ticks. And one of the times that I saw, and I'm kind of bringing this a very narrow example for you, Corona, but I saw you ate a shark to kind of combo eat your health up during P2. This is fine if you're just trying to be safe and you don't mind losing the ticks to be safe when you're learning. But as you push yourself to get more efficient times and better times, you want to look for opportunities where that shark is not going to cost you ticks. So an example of this would be right before P2 starts, after P1, you could eat a shark then during that transition period because you're kind of waiting. During yellow is a good time to eat a shark. Eat a hard food shark or a shark or manta ray or whatever you got, because you won't be on attack weapon. Your weapon won't be on cooldown. And even between P2 and P3, you could do a combo eat, and then your weapon will be available for the first swing of P3. There's lots of places you can try to combo it so you don't actually lose the ticks for it. So it's kind of a narrow thing to talk about. It's a niche topic about how to properly use hard food at hard mode top, or top in general, PBM in general. But it's something to keep in mind. Obviously, if you're just eating it to be safe, that's totally fine in learner raids. But something to keep in mind, so you maybe get a little more value out of your from your setup. Any questions about anything hard mode related or otherwise? Ask away. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up for YouTube.
Nope.
Nothing. Awesome. If you have any questions on YouTube, always happy to answer them. For those of you watching on YouTube, shout out if you liked the video. I like you. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Probably taking on the theater. Good luck and good raids. We'll catch you in the next one.